Hello everyone, welcome back to r/Fatlogic. So you may have noticed that there was a missing video last week. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time staying on top of this stuff right now. We might go down to, we're actually probably, I think, only going to go down to one video for the nominees per week for the next couple weeks until spring break gets here and I can pre-record some stuff and actually have some time to read the introductions to these books. But that's still 3 videos a week, right? That's something. Other than that, there's not much to say. It's just been really busy while I'm learning how to juggle everything. I managed to kind of maintain again, and that's pretty much it for the weight loss update and the update of my life. But let's just get to it, shall we? Lately, I've been wondering if part of the reason why we feel good after exercise is not only because of the hormones we release, but maybe also because in some cases we feel like we were good for exercising since it's praised in our society. Can people not just enjoy fucking healthy things? Is that not an option anymore? Am I not allowed to just say, no, I fucking like to exercise because it makes me feel good? Now, granted, I like walking. That's about it. I'm not great with exertion, and I'm trying to find forms of activity that I like a little bit more. But even if I don't find something and I go to get some free weights and start weightlifting and I don't particularly enjoy it, but I like the feeling of being stronger, that's my fucking right. Why the fuck are you trying to turn it into like how I'm somehow part of the big boogeyman of diet culture or what the fuck ever, or society's oppression against the fats? Like, why? Why can't I just enjoy something? Why can't I like that way that something makes me feel? Why can't I enjoy the way something makes me look? Why? If I want to exercise and diet and to look thin, and I like the way my body looks that way, why the fuck is that an issue? I still don't understand that. Like, if you want to claim that you should be able to eat as much as you want, not exercise and gain as much weight as you want, and people should leave you alone, I would actually support that to a large extent. I'm trying to think. I think I would only start fighting back if they had a family member taking care of them and the family member clearly didn't want to take care of them. But I would need to know intimate details about their personal life for that to be a major issue. If you want to be fat and sit on the couch all day and eat nothing but junk food, go the fuck ahead. But why the fuck are you trying to psychoanalyze and criticize me for liking to exercise? Why? Why am I not allowed to like exercising? I really want to try kendo is what I want to do. I want to try kendo. But right now, it's on Saturdays, and I have Saturday teaching classes, so I can't, and I'm mad about it. Back on track, I am allowed to exercise however the fuck I want, and if it's just because I think I don't understand the idea of only doing something because society praises it as good. If you really hate something, unless you're doing that thing for another reason that is more internally or extrinsically motivated, not just for society's approval, but likely for something else. I guess there are some insecure people out there that would do it for this perception of, I am acceptable now. That's not me personally, so I have a hard time understanding that. I'm not saying it's not possible. I just don't understand that mindset. But why the fuck can't I just enjoy exercising? Why does it gotta be a big fucking issue? When someone says, I just want to get back to the weight I was when I felt best, fat patients shouldn't have to accept maybe if you were in a different body, you wouldn't be in pain as a treatment plan for prescription. They should be given the same options for dealing with aches, pains, injuries, etc. that thin people get. I'm not gonna say that doctors, like, by and large, don't overprescribe weight loss as an option, because that has been a growing issue. A lot of times it has validity, though. Like, the reason why that is listed as an option when you're overweight is because weight, especially for muscle and joint pains, the biggest likely contributor to that is excessive weight. And it gets into other more serious things that require further testing that can be expensive. And if you want that, then ask the doctor for it. Ask for x-rays for arthritis, because that would, I think, would be like the next most common thing. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know. I think that sounds like what would be like the next most common was like early arthritis or something like that. But, I mean, if you want to push for testing, by all means push for testing if you have reason to believe that it's not your weight. Like, a reason of, I've been the same weight, I've been forever. Although, I mean, like, even if you've been the same weight for 10 years, as your body gets older, it just kind of doesn't want to deal with it anymore. So, regardless, if you don't want to, if you think it's something else, and I mean, unfortunately, this is one of the situations where you have to look up shit and advocate for yourself when you get there. But then look up shit and advocate for yourself. But the reason why doctors will almost always give you weight loss options first, especially for joint issues, which is the reason why I keep going back to the joint issues, is because aches, pains, and injuries sound very musculoskeletal in my mind. So, I mean, there's a reason for it. There's a sound reason for them first prescribing you weight loss. There is a reason for that. I often hear from people who say something like, I just want to get back to the weight I was when I felt the best. Or, I know that when I'm a size X, I'm healthier. My body is happiest at a size X. When I ask them how they know that, they will typically point to a time in their life when they were that size as proof. Often in conversation like this, when were you that weight? When I was 18. How old are you now? 57. People don't come to these conclusions out of nowhere. In truth, the idea is often driven by subconscious internalized fat phobia, driven by the diet industry, and even if it were true, the chance of succeeding at significant long-term weight loss is still minuscule. Luckily, there are other much more evidence-based ethical solutions to the dilemma. Okay, so I actually want to say something in regards to this, in defense of this. So, at one point, about 5 years ago, I was down to 160. That was the lowest I had been in my adult life. And I felt fucking great. Alright? Yes, it's been 5 years, and it may very well, let's say that I completely hit a wall with my weight loss. It takes me 10 years and I'm still not down there. I will still think back to that 160 pounds because I felt good at that time. In 10 years, it will have been like 15 since I was last at that weight, and so age, yes, is a contributing factor to how I feel. But if someone is 57, how long have they been trying to get back to that weight down at 18? Have they been trying to get back down to that weight since they were 25? Because that's kind of where that thread of that thought is coming from. And who's to say it can't be both? Let's say, yeah, part of the reason why they're not feeling so well is age, but part of it could also be weight. It's their fucking body. Leave them alone. If they want to get thinner, has nothing to do with you. For fuck's sake, eat emotionally, eat mindlessly, eat to feel joy or soothe pain, eat for fun, eat to cure boredom, eat to enjoy yourself and being alive. I fucking hate this so fucking much. What the fuck? No. No, don't eat emotionally. Don't eat mindlessly. Don't eat to feel joy or to soothe pain. Do not eat for fun. Do not eat out of boredom. And oh my goodness, I'm actually a little speechless at the stupidity of this. Eating, it's. You might as well put that with any other activity that. I mean, actually, you can put this in any other activity. It fits some, but it doesn't fit others. But let's replace this. We're not even going to go the drug or the cigarette route, which we could very well go with this. But another common addiction is like a sex addiction. So, have sex emotionally, have sex mindlessly, have sex to feel joy or soothe pain, have sex for fun, have sex to cure boredom. Do you see how that can still be an issue if you're using sex when you're emotional, when you're not really thinking about it, when in order to gain joy and to soothe pain and for fun and to cure, well, fun and boredom are really close. But like if you are using sex as your way to handle everything, and I mean you could even put video games in here. There's something about this that is just so fucking dumb, and it promotes addictive behavior. If you put gambling in here, it would be a major issue. If you put sex in here, it would still be an issue. If you put gaming in here, it would still be an issue. Like anything done for all of this is probably going to be an issue at some point if you are using it as solely your only form of soothing yourself. Like I mean, I crochet. Even if I put crochet in here, do you know how much this would wind up in a repetitive motion injury? Like, anything done in excess is likely to hurt you. Alright? Eating it fucking included. If you are using eating to solve all of your problems, it's going to hurt you. Say, if you used it, hell, we'll look at their own argument where they're like, orthorexia, people, exercising as a way to lose weight is wrong. Well, let's put this. Let's exercise emotionally, exercise mindlessly, exercise to feel joy, exercise to soothe pain, exercise for fun, exercise to cure boredom, exercise to enjoy yourself and being alive. It still sounds a little iffy. Like, it sounds like you're overly committed to exercising, doesn't it? Like, that's the main issue. No one's saying you can't eat. No one's saying you can't use food as part of a celebration every once in a while. It's the fact that you are using it and encouraging the use of it as a fix-all for any discomfort someone is experiencing in their life. That is the main fucking issue. Tired of the word lifestyle. Gay people, trans people, fat people. I find this motherfucking offensive. Motherfucking offensive. Like, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Alright? Gay people can't change their sexuality. Trans people can't change their gender identity. You can fucking change the shape of your body. People do it all the time. People do it with fucking clothes. This is what pisses me off the most about the fat acceptance and fat liberation movement, and I actually probably wouldn't cover them and have made this whole channel were it not for this fact. I fucking hate that they equate fatness with racism, homophobia, and transphobia, and ableism. It's not the fucking same thing. It's not those gay people, trans people, people of color, and people who are disabled cannot change the fundamental thing that people can and do give them shit about and for which they are oppressed. They can't do anything to change that. You have the capability of losing weight. Just naturally. It's a natural process. Alright? You don't have to do anything to change the chemical composition of your body. You don't have to do anything to try to work your brain around and go through these fucking conversion camps to try to, or actually most people don't sign up for conversion camps. It's forced on them. And granted, weight loss is sometimes forced on fat people, but guess what? It's not nearly the fucking same. It's not nearly the fucking same. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I hate this so fucking much. It pisses me off to no end. I, too, have had steady weight gain over the past 3 years without any apparent reason. I have been to so many different doctors that I stopped counting. I am a 63-year-old female, 5'7", 177 pounds. A year ago, I was 168. 2 years ago, I was 158. I have been religiously staying at the 1,200 calories per day, weighing and counting everything, getting enough sleep, drinking water, exercising, and moving, not taking any prescription or other meds other than a daily vitamin. My husband can skip one snack a day and lose 10 pounds. I can't get the scale to move downward no matter what. Who has a reasonable answer or suggestion for those that are stuck at this point in life? So, 63. This one I actually... So, the weight gain seems to be roughly 10 pounds a year. Which means it's probably a very... Well, there's a couple of things. Like, if she was someone who went through menopause late, like, that could very well be a reason. It could also just be, like, if it's only happened in the past 2 years, have you started drinking anything that you just like and maybe you didn't count calorie-wise? I mean, it's a gradual enough gain that it could be something very small that you don't realize, like drinking a Snapple instead of a Diet Snapple every day or something like that. Actually, it probably wouldn't even be every day if you're gaining 10 pounds a year. But this is one where it's like, first, this is one is a little bit more sanity based. Maybe just start recording everything, including what you're drinking. You say you're drinking water, but what else are you drinking? Did you discover a new coffee creamer that you really liked without realizing that maybe it was double the calories of your last one? I mean, it can be very small things. For 10 pounds a year, it could be something really small. And it does suck about weight loss and weight gain, is that something small can cause this. Don't think that she really deserved to end up on r/Fatlogic. It's part of the reason why I saved this one for last. Because 5'7" and 177 pounds, like, she is overweight. Maybe nearing low levels of obese. But, like, I think this is just a matter... She's 63. And I think this is just a matter of maybe she's drinking something she didn't realize had calories in it, and it's just been slowly adding up over time. If it's only happened in the past 2 years and you haven't had, like, you didn't have, like, really late menopause or something, that it could be something very small. And I think that's something to kind of keep in mind, and why small changes can make huge differences. So I'm going to leave it there. I feel like this episode of Fatlogic wasn't terribly interesting, and for that I apologize. I'm feeling a little off this week. I do want to say, for my Assassination Classroom peeps, I love you. Thank you for your comments about Assassination Classroom last week. Because I know that there's a movie. I still haven't watched it. I meant to watch it this weekend, and I've just been blah. I will say, though, that there is over a 700,000 word slow burn of Reader with Kodo Sensei, and it's actually very good, and it, like, does some tweaks to the canon, and it's very entertaining, and I highly recommend it. It's called Senbazuru, I think. And it has a companioning piece from Koda Sensei's perspective called Cranes and Threads, and it's really a cute fan fiction. And I'm not even close to getting through it because, like I said, I've been fucking swamped. But it's something nice to end my night with. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.